Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hope you guys are all doing well. In this particular video, we're going to be talking about Joshua Kimmich. There's a couple pieces that we're going to talk about in this particular video on Joshua Kimmich. Obviously, you can see YouTube's next to me. Before I introduce the guest, you already know who he is anyway. Big up YouTube's. Me and him we're recording a bunch of videos, so we don't sleep in his clothes, because I know someone's going to be thinking that. We're just bulk recording, and he keeps getting these balloons coming up, which just makes me laugh every time. But yeah, smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, comment, socials, so on and so forth, big up YouTube's, man. Big love, always helping with the channel when he can. So right, now let's talk about the shitty news about Joshua Kimmich. Don't even have any words to say, to be honest. Right, so this is the first piece of news. This come out 12th of June, saying that Joshua Kimmich's preference is to stay at Bayern. Now, this is going to change, my people, but we'll get into that in a minute. So basically, this is just saying that he wants to stay, provided he feels trust from the clubs and agrees to, the salary. It says that Joshua Kimmich currently earns 20 million a year. However, the Bayern boss is hesitating at the moment that there are no offers from any club. A final decision is not expected till after the Euros. Why is that the case, you may ask? He's playing for Germany, of course, just like Xavi Simons, just like the rest of these other players, so on and so forth. Even Joshua Zirkzee, I know that we're not being linked to him right now. He's being linked to United and so on. But in general, the Euros is massive and they care about their country right now. They're not talking about their future. So that's the first piece of news. I'm not going to ask YouTube's his opinion on that one, because that's just the first piece of news. Now is where we get into the thick of things, if you want to say. So it's coming out. Let me share this tab so you can see what I'm actually on about. It's coming out saying that Joshua Kimmich is currently unlikely to extend his contract at Bayern Munich. A separation is getting closer. The player would be ready to go into the final year of his contract. Bayern willing to sell this summer. Talks with Kimmich will take place after the Euros. Now, I'm sorry, but you do not want a player of the quality of Joshua Kimmich, no matter if you want him as a midfielder, you like him, you love him, whatever. This guy's been solid for us for a long time. You don't want him going into the last year of his deal. He doesn't seem to be that guy like Alphonso Davies. I know I shit on Alphonso all the time, but Alphonso seems to be about the money and seems to be about this and, fame. He's got a YouTube channel, TikTok and all that other shit. Joshua Kimmich seems like a very down-to-earth person. Again, I don't know him, so maybe I'm wrong. But if I'm right by saying, before I get YouTube's opinion on it, is this guy, I'm pretty sure, is still his own agent. I don't think he has an agent. I think you have to go to the person himself. So very interesting. YouTube's, what are you thinking, man? Because this has come from Paletti Goal, who we know is very reliable.
Well, Joshua Kimmich has been very professional when it comes to his on and off pitch life. The thing that I'm very concerned about, though, is I'm not sure. I do want an opinion from you when I say this, but has Joshua Kimmich hit his ceiling? That's one of my concerns.
Interesting. Wow. I generally didn't know what you were going to say there, but you have stumped me. Has he hit his ceiling? Can he get any better? Well, I'll answer straight away with saying, obviously Pep Guardiola made him a monster, and obviously we've obviously been getting the rewards from that ever since, of him obviously being brilliant. I would say yes, he is going into his prime now. If I'm right by saying he's 29 years old. The only thing I would say is if he was to go, we've had great managers at this football club, Flick, obviously Pep, Flick, Tuchel, if you want to say his name, Julian, Nagelsmann, so on. The only thing I would say is if he was to go to a different club under a good manager, Maybe a Pep Guardiola again. Maybe Jurgen Klopp wherever he goes eventually. If he does go to Barca, because obviously that's where it's being linked. Maybe he goes back to Flick. Like in a different system, maybe you can see him get better. I don't want to say he's 100% hit his ceiling, just because, different systems, different players, different league, so on. Does that make sense? Hopefully, I'm not.
Basically, you're saying that he's almost hit his seat.
For Bayern Munich, I would say yes, personally.
Yeah, that was like my follow-up question.
Yeah,
like if for Bayern, had he hit his ceiling? Because quite frankly, I think he did already.
Yeah,
because he's like his performances has plateaued, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Better because of his age. I hope of course I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, of course.
But like and now we're playing him as right back.
Right back, yeah.
He's been solid. But I really don't think he's gonna be any better.
No, and I agree with you. I agree with you without a doubt. And I think a lot of people won't like what I'm about to say, but if a big offer comes in for Joshua Kimmich, I think we should take it. I really do. He's 29 years old. He's probably got 2 years at the top level left at this particular pace that he's at. Players do start to get worse. I hate to say it. Iron Robin was my favorite player, but he wasn't always that winger. You know what I mean? It wasn't. He did start to slow down. He wasn't as rapid. So Joshua Kimmich will always have the ping pass.
We prefer him the right back as on the right back role.
Yes.
He's not going to get better. Like he's when he gets found out, I don't think he has the physical capacity to deal with it. Unfortunately, again.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I agree with you without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. So
my answer is like more of a because everybody's saying maybe I don't want to generalize, like when everybody wants Kimmich to stay, it's more like a sentimental value.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Like, oh, he's been with us for so many years, but it's we can't sell him if his price depreciates. I mean, I think right now would be the best time to sell him.
Yeah, without a doubt. If he's not going to retire here, then sell him, because it's, again, he's only going to get worse, which then the price then plummets. And then you get rid of him for 10 million, which is just stupid. To bloody LA Galaxy or whatever. It's definitely an interesting one. There is a piece coming out from Sport 1 basically just saying that Joshua Kimmich is currently not thinking about leaving. It's up to you guys if you want to believe Sport 1. They're not a bad news outlet. They're not. The only thing I would say is I believe Paletti go a little bit more, personally. Obviously, he broke Harry Kane, and he literally he was always going on about Kane, where everyone was calling him the clown and everything, and Kane signed. And he was also the guy that broke Sadio Mané, no matter if you like it or not. So, yeah, let us know what you think about this Joshua Kimmich news. Big up to everyone. Smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, man. Until then, we're out of here. Mia San Mia. Peace out, people.